We've been doing a lot of sensitization of the staff. That is where we started. When we first got the information regarding this virus and how scary it can be, the implications, we wanted to get the information out to the staff to sensitize everybody as to what it is that is involved. So we have gone out to all the stations and having this sensitization with them. We've also had the Ministry of Health personnel visit the stations as well to encourage persons to speak and to transfer information. Now, what we are doing now is we have prepared a draft set of protocols that we will use in conjunction with what is going to happen at the national level. And we've rolled that out. Our EMS, senior EMS people have vetted that document, so we are ready to go. We'll now be rolling out a document to every member of staff so that they get a sense of what it is that they ought to be doing. We have also been doing, reaching out to everybody in terms of to tell them what their role is within the general concept of what the national response is going to be. Because at the national level, the Ministry of Health has organized a medical response team. The concept is that we do not intend for every regular staff member to be in a position to respond to an Ebola case. We need to minimize the number of contact persons that are going to be involved in any response. So, we start off with, from the time we receive the call, what is the job of the person who receives the call? What information are they asking for from the person, the caller? What are the key signs that we are looking for? What are the key questions to ask? What is the information that you're after? When we have achieved that and we've reached an understanding as to what it is that we're dealing with, then we inform the supervisors, the EMS supervisors. The deputy chief, myself, is going to be informed, and then we're going to trigger our response team. Now, that response team may be persons at work, or they may be persons that are not on duty, but they have already been identified. So these persons will be called in, and they will then respond with the medical team. We will inform the Ministry of Health, because we have the numbers of every member of the response team. They will be called in, and they will work out their operating procedures, what they intend to do, how they're going to do it, and they will respond to the situation. Invariably, the medical staff, which is the doctors and the nurses, will take charge of the situation. They will be the ones who will be doing the initial assessments to determine what the situation is, and they will call the shots in terms of whether there is need for transportation, whether there is need for treatment, what are the parameters that they will follow from there. The fire service ambulance will be a support agency. So if transportation is required, we will provide that. We've had clear guidelines to our staff as to who will be in close proximity to the patient, who will not be. From where we are, the driver of the ambulance will not have any contact with the person at all. There are issues in terms of after, if the person is transported, what happens to the ambulance after, what happens to the staff, what happens to the clothing all these are in the document. So we are on board with that. We have received some personal protective equipment from the Ministry of Health. However, there are some concerns from the staff concerning the standard of that equipment. We expect that there will be new guidelines rolled out this weekend from the WHO in terms of what the standard should be in terms of PPE for response. So we will fall in line with that. As soon as that is out, we will ensure that the staff, wherever possible, will get this protective clothing. We will not use the regular ambulances on the run. We have identified one ambulance which is currently stationed at Roselle Station. That ambulance is going to be the one utilized. That ambulance is not in regular service. It is available. So if the situation arises, we will go and pick up that ambulance, and the staff will respond with it. So it means to say that that ambulance will not be immediately brought into service at all. It will be disinfected and kept out of service for a period of time. The medical team will dictate how we should do that, but this is where we are now. In terms of training for the staff, this is an ongoing issue. We, like I said to you, in the process of rolling out our SOPs and how we should do things. The next step is to configure the training and have it done on a regular basis so that people are fully aware of how to don the equipment, how to remove it, what are the safety measures to observe in removing them as well. There has been a concern regarding the opening at the neck of the clothing, and we have been in contact with the procurement division of the Ministry of Health in terms of sourcing a further covering that would eliminate that. So as soon as that is on stream, we will be rolling that out to our staff and be sure that everybody is comfortable. We will not rest until we're sure that every member of the team is comfortable and confident that they can respond and do a good job.
Do we have any timelines? Because we understand that this is a very urgent situation, and we know too that you will be working with the guidelines provided by the Ministry of Health, and that in turn will be dependent on the international standards. The CDC, WHO, they continue to tweak, they continue to make adjustments, particularly because of the case in the US. But as an agency, have you set any timelines as to by when you want to complete each step of the way so that we could be better prepared?
Yes. The sensitization should be completed this week. Yesterday, we did the officer conducting the sensitization was in Denry. It has been going on in the south, so we're going to do the airport. We were supposed to do the airport today, but we have another engagement for him, so he'll do that. So by this week, we expect that the sensitization in terms of what the rules are and the protocols are will be completed by this week. Next week we'll start with the training, and it will continue.